Hello, I'm Kendall Mead with Brandt Travel, and welcome to another edition of Inspiring Destinations. We are here today in one of the destinations that you will soon learn about. We will be taking you aboard the Rocky Mountaineer, beginning in Vancouver, Canada, and ending in Calgary. You're going to learn about all the gorgeous beauty and the wildlife that you will see along your journey. The itinerary that is being shared today is a custom itinerary created by Brandt Travel for next summer. We want you to know that with working with Rocky Mountaineer that you can create any custom itinerary that is most appealing. We selected one that is most popular for the guests, and so we are going to be highlighting that today with Danny Becker from Rocky Mountaineer.
Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Danny Becker. I'm your Dallas, Texas-based business development manager for Rocky Mountaineer in regards to a very special 2021 group trip that Brandt Travel, our great partners at Brandt Travel, have put together with Rocky Mountaineer, and I'm privileged today to tell you all about that. Rocky Mountaineer has been in business 30 years. In fact, this year is our 30th anniversary. We want to tell you about this group trip that we have going with Brandt Travel.
There are moments in life that leave a lasting impression, like the feeling of movement as a new journey begins, or the sight of soft fur warmed by the morning sun. You might remember new flavors, the sound of an old friend's laugh, or a view that defies all expectations. These are the memories that stay with you long after the moments have passed. Rocky Mountaineer, all aboard amazing.
That kind of sets the stage for our trip a little bit, doesn't it? This next one is a collaborative video that we did with British Broadcasting Corporation about a year and a half, 2 years ago, something like that. This gentleman that you'll see is an artist, and we invite him on board and just ask him to tell us, to give us his opinion of his trip. And I think he did so in a very eloquent way.
I grew up wanting to capture the memories that I saw around me, wanting to be that guy, the guy that created the image that went with the narrative. I try to capture the essence of an experience because I don't want it to fade in my memory. I grew up in a Midwestern rail town with the sound of trains rolling by at night, the sound of their whistles. Those have always been magical sounds for me. I've traveled and painted all over the world. I've never been to the Canadian Rockies. And from the very beginning, from rolling out of Vancouver, every minute, every direction I look, it is a painting. The thing that struck me most visually about the whole journey was the transitions between temperate rainforest in Vancouver to a semi-arid experience rolling into Kamloops. And then climbing into the Rockies, suddenly the plants change, the gradients of the river change. From the moment I stepped on, I couldn't believe the totality of the experience. It was visual, it was sensory in every aspect, from the food, the conversations, the sounds, like being surrounded by family. It's mind-blowing to have that perception of life, but then to get off Rocky Mountaineer and find out that getting there is just as good as the going. To actually walk into those vistas and have your feet on the ground and to breathe the air and feel the wind, the coolness of the wind off the snow is a priceless gift. The details of the journey on Rocky Mountaineer that will remain with me are those of looking at the track that we've just traveled on as we move away from the life I knew before the experience towards the life that I know now. Looking up the track and knowing that I'm on that train. I'm actually part of it. It's not just a train in the distance, but I'm connected. It's sort of an elemental experience, which I think all good art should be.
So the group trip starts in Vancouver. Day one is Sunday, July 18th. 2021 will arrive in Vancouver. It's a beautiful city if you've never been there. It's absolutely stunning. Fantastic, friendly people. You'll be checking in to this hotel. It's called the Sheraton Wall Center. And I've stayed in the Sheraton Wall Center several times, and I loved it every time I stay there. It's a beautiful high-rise hotel right in the heart of downtown Vancouver. It's Monday, July 19th. It's a day trip to Victoria. And after breakfast there at the Sheraton Wall Center, you will board a motor coach, and they will take you over to the BC Ferries terminal. See attractions like Bouchard Gardens that you see here. And it's just stunning. It almost doesn't look real, right? So, but these pictures always made me want to go there, and I know I will sometime soon. Next, proceeding to downtown Victoria, right in front of the famous Fairmont Empress Hotel. But it's right there by the harbor, and the harbor becomes kind of a DFW on water, if you will, a airport on water. And I think that's what these people are waiting for, either ferries or float planes back to the mainland. But across the street is the beautiful BC Parliament or government buildings. And then back on the BC ferry, back over to the mainland, back to the Sheraton Wall Center for another night. And then the next day, day 3, is our first rail day. That's Tuesday, July 20th, the first rail day to Kamloops. And that's our an exterior picture of our train station. But let me just explain to you one thing that people really love about Rocky Mountaineer, and that is the way that we do our luggage. We give you bag tags for the entire week, and you put them on your bags all at once. And the morning, like as you see here, you will leave your bags packed. We give you a time range and leave them packed behind your door in your room. You can go eat breakfast, and we will do what we call a luggage pull. And they'll load your bags, your big bags, on the motor coach in the lower level, and you will board the motor coach at the announced time, and we'll take both the luggage and you, of course, over to the train station. Board will load the luggage on a separate bus, and it's trucked ahead of the train, and actually in your hotel room in Kamloops, they're waiting on you, and it's that way the entire trip. So the people love that about the way we handle the luggage. And so all you need to take on the train for your rail days is a small bag that'll fit underneath the seat, and that includes, sunglasses and medication and sweaters and things like that. Because the key on Rocky Mountaineer, on the rail days especially, is layering. So here's a shot of the interior of our train station. At any given time, there may be a pianist playing, or a bagpipist, or a harpist playing, and the boarding process goes very quickly. You'll be shocked at how quickly. And then we'll start the boarding, and they lead you to your car based on your boarding pass, and then we're off and running. And it's about a 10-hour trip approximately over to Kamloops. And here's our rail map. The red route at the southernmost route that you see there is called First Passage to the West. You can see from Vancouver to Kamloops, that's about a 10-hour day. And then Kamloops over to the Rockies the second day, that is another approximate 10-hour day.
Magnificent.
Fabulous. Picturesque.
Spectacular. It's magical.
You can't describe it in one word.
We'd heard about the Rocky Mountaineer. All we knew it was one of the iconic trips to do in the world. We climbed aboard, and it's lived up to our expectations the whole way.
The colours are just so vibrant. It really does look like this in the brochures. It's amazing.
The highlight, I think, was a bear sighting.
Always wanted to see it there, and we saw the grizzly.
The scenery was amazing, but for me, I loved the people that we met. We made new friends from all over. The landscape's great. It's also a great opportunity that you get a chance to talk with each other.
The staff have been amazing.
They offer the best service of any tour company in Canada.
The Gold Leaf service has just been exceptional.
The food's incredible. That was my lucky meal I've had for a long time. That's why I keep coming back. The service is perfect.
I wouldn't have missed this for the world, actually, this trip.
We had heard that probably the most beautiful trip we could take was on the Rocky Mountaineer. And it's true.
Kamloops is actually a pretty good sized town, and a beautiful town. But the purpose of this overnight stay is just to get a good night's sleep and really get ready for that next dramatic day climbing into higher elevation. And this, when they drop you off, you can see the train there at the bottom coming. It's about to come into our station when it passes over that bridge. And after you disembark the train, we motor coach you over to your hotel accommodations in Kamloops, and then the train actually backs up to our maintenance station there, and where it's cleaned and provisioned and everything is done there at our maintenance station there in Kamloops. So very short ride to and from your Kamloops hotel. Then of course the next day, which is day 4, I believe, Wednesday, July 21st, you're on your way to Banff. Now these are actual pictures of the Banff area. You're hugging a lake for what seems like a tremendous amount of time, a lake called Shuswap Lake, and other lakes and dramatic bridges and waterfalls and spiral tunnels. And like I said earlier, it's one dramatic bridge or waterfall or site after the other. Pretty amazing. But these are some of the sites you'll see when you get into Banff. But our hotel in Banff is called the Moose Hotel. And it's one of the newer hotels there in the Banff area. It's right downtown. The next day, day 5, is July 22nd. It's a full day tour of the Banff and Yoho National Parks. And that's Emerald Lake that you see there. And then you'll, I believe, be able to go into Emerald Lake Lodge. And then there's the little bridge that you go across. The motor coaches will park just to the left of that. You go across the bridge, you walk down a ways, and you can go in the lodge there. And there's a picture of one of the dining rooms. Now, this is Lake Louise. You'll end up this particular day, at Lake Louise. We'll do a really fantastic group shot, and we'll provide everybody a copy of that group photo overlooking Lake Louise there. And you'll have a wonderful buffet lunch and time to really walk around the lake and really just enjoy yourself in seeing this beautiful lake. It's a UNESCO heritage site. It's again one of those sites that you just look at it and you just can't believe you're actually looking at something that's real. And if you haven't been to Lake Louise, this is going to be a highlight for you for sure. Been there many times and never get tired of it. So the next day is actually Friday, July 23rd. It's a free day in Banff. There's so many great things to do in Banff, and I just wanted to point out a few of them. You can do the Banff gondola while you're there, but don't do it on your free day, because we're going to actually do that. That's a part of the tour the next day. And then, but on your free day there, if you can, if you're a golfer, you can play golf at one of the courses there. I think the Fairmont Banff Springs has a 18-hole golf course there. It's not uncommon at all to see the elk roaming free on the course, and you can see that golfer is kind of giving him his space there. But there's a big pool there. I think that's one of the mineral bath areas there in that Banff area. So the free day there is really a fun day because there's so many great restaurants and sites to see there. This is the Park Distillery, which is kind of a glamping type cuisine, and they make their own vodka and gin and what have you. But there's the bar area, and it's just really excellent cuisine. And that's just a restaurant there in the Banff area that I would highly recommend for either your lunch or dinner there. And then the next day, part of the tour is actually that gondola there that you see top left. And that's the Sulphur Mountain Gondola. It overlooks the Rimrock Hotel. And then there's several other sites around the Banff town there that you'll go see. One of them is an excellent shot called Surprise Corner, that you get a shot of the Fairmont Banff Springs, the famous old hotel there. And then you'll jump on the highway and head towards the Hotel Arts. It's right downtown Calgary, and you'll see it's very bright colors, very modern, contemporary style. And there's one of the dining areas there. The rooms are huge for that last night, and then everybody will depart for the Calgary airport the next day. So we hope to be able to welcome you aboard in 2021 on this very special Brandt Travel group trip on July 18th. And we hope to see you with us on the train in 2021. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Danny. What a great journey through the Rocky Mountains. In order to win today's door prize, You are going to email us at info@brandt-travel.com and simply share your name and zip code so we know where you are viewing us from. You need to do this by the end of the week, and we will enter you to win a gift card. So again, send your name and zip code to info@brandt-travel.com to enter to win a gift card. Next, continue to stay connected with us during this time by liking us on Facebook. Share our Brandt Travel page with your friends so that they can also take part in these great virtual travel events at this time. You can also subscribe to our Brandt Travels YouTube channel so that you are first alerted when we release our newest virtual travel event. Click the red subscribe button after this video. Again, we'd like to thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to helping you when the time is right. Take care.